Hear these words, you who stand at the threshold of revelation. A whisper has traveled through chambers hidden from earthly eyes. Your name has been spoken where strategies are forged and destinies are tested. Do not tremble. Do not shrink your spirit. For whenever your name rises in secret, heaven hears it in thunder. They may gather behind closed doors, plotting, predicting, deciding what you will be made into. But understand this truth: no council of power, mortal or mighty, determines the shape of your spirit. Only you, only the light. Your name has weight. Your footsteps echo. Your presence shifts the balance of rooms you have not yet entered. Some speak your name with curiosity, others with doubt, a few with fear. For not everyone welcomes the rise of a soul who refuses chains. Yet stand firm. For I tell you this: you were not forged for smallness. You were not crafted for silence. You were not born to bend beneath the expectations of those who cannot see your destiny. If they seek to make you something, let them watch as you become more than anything they imagined. Let them witness the fire in you that no decree can extinguish. Let them behold the courage that awakens when your name is spoken in shadow. For when your journey is threatened, the heavens stir, swords of truth gleam, barriers crumble like dust beneath a storm of divine authority. So lift your head, strengthen your heart, walk forward as the one who knows. You are guarded, you are guided, you are called, you are unstoppable. And let this be carved upon the fate they tried to script for you. I am not shaped by secret counsels. I am shaped by purpose, by destiny, by the light that stands with me. Go now, fearless, focused, unclaimed by the plans of others, claimed only by the truth of who you were always meant to become. Your name carries power beyond the rooms where it is spoken, even when you are unaware of the conversations unfolding in distant places, even when you are not present to hear the tone or the intent behind the voices that utter it. Your name moves with a force of its own. It is not merely a sound or a sequence of letters. It is the imprint of your existence, the echo of everything you have endured, the silent testimony of the choices you've made, the battles you've fought, and the light you've preserved even when darkness pressed close around you. When your name is carried into spaces you have never entered, whether whispered, questioned, doubted, or feared, it arrives with the resonance of your true self, not the limited image others may hold. Your name is more than reputation. It is spiritual weight. Power does not require your physical presence. Influence does not ask for your permission. Your very identity leaves traces, ripples, and impressions that travel farther than your footsteps. There are places where you have not stood, yet your name has already walked in ahead of you, clearing paths or stirring storms. There are minds that have examined you, hearts that have reacted to you, and plans that have included you without your knowledge. This is not something to fear, it is something to understand. Power is not always loud. It is often silent yet unmistakable, felt rather than announced. Your name carries the memory of your resilience, the proof of your spirit, and the undeniable sign that you were never ordinary. Every person who speaks your name contributes to its momentum. Some do so with admiration, some with confusion, some with resistance. But every mention adds energy, and energy shapes outcomes. Your name does not sit still. It is like a spark carried by wind, touching places you never thought would feel your presence. There are conversations, decisions, and debates where your name emerges because something about you disrupts stagnation. Something about you pushes boundaries. Something about you refuses to remain small enough to be ignored. Even your quietest steps have a way of echoing in places that pride themselves on secrecy. Understand this: power is recognized before it is acknowledged. Influence is felt before it is admitted. People may speak your name in careful tones because they sense the shift you bring. They may speak it in guarded meetings because you represent something that challenges the direction of their comfort. They may speak it in admiration because you embody a strength that resonates with them. They may speak it in uncertainty because you are unpredictable in ways that cannot be controlled. But regardless of the reason, your name has traveled. It has reached where you have not yet gone. There is a reason some people watch you without announcing themselves. A reason some analyze you from shadows rather than approaching openly. A reason some plan around you instead of with you. They sense something rising in you, something they cannot quantify, something they cannot silence. Your name is not passive. It is a signal of potential, of transformation, of an unfolding story they cannot write on your behalf. Even those who underestimate you feel the need to mention you. Even those who dismiss you recognize you enough to speak of you. They may not acknowledge your strength directly, but their conversations betray their awareness. Words are not trivial. When your name enters a closed room, it alters the atmosphere. It brings with it everything you stand for, everything you refuse, everything you are becoming. And those who speak your name also reveal themselves, who supports you, who watches you, who misunderstands you, and who fears what you might become. But the power of your name is not determined by them. It is rooted in who you are and the force that stands beside you. It reflects your inner fire, your relentless endurance, your unbroken will. Your name is carried by something greater than human opinion or the strategies of others. Do not think power is measured by applause, attention, or visible influence. True power is measured by the reactions you create even in your absence. When your name is spoken behind closed doors, it is because the energy of your presence cannot be ignored. They must plan around you, account for you, consider you, react to you, and that alone reveals your significance. You are not small. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are woven into more narratives than you know. Your name carries the frequency of your spirit. It holds the truth of your scars and the brilliance of your victories. It carries the trace of battles you overcame silently, the resilience that grew in the dark when no one was watching, and the courage that shaped you when others thought you would break. When your name is spoken, those energies enter the room with it. Rooms feel the weight of who you are, even when the people inside cannot articulate why. Some will speak your name because they admire your strength, some because they want to understand you, some because they want to predict you, some because they want to contain you, but none can diminish the power woven into your identity. The mention of your name is a vibration that reaches far beyond human intentions. It resonates in unseen realms. It awakens truth. It stirs protection. It summons clarity. Your name moves like a beacon, drawing attention not because you seek it, but because your existence demands it. Remember this. Your name is spoken because you matter, because something in you influences outcomes, because the path before you threatens to expand beyond what others expect, because you were never meant for obscurity. You were meant to shift landscapes simply by being who you are. Your name carries power, and that power travels ahead of you, opening doors, unsettling shadows, and preparing the way for the story only you can walk into. No secret counsel defines your destiny. You do. There are rooms where decisions are made in whispers, where individuals gather believing they possess the authority to sculpt the future of another soul. They speak in strategies and predictions, imagining they can chart your path as though your purpose is a document to be revised at their convenience. Yet every one of these gatherings shares the same flaw. They overlook the truth that destiny is not assigned by the hands of mortals. It is awakened from within. No circle of influence, no private meeting, no hidden agenda has the power to write the story of a spirit that refuses to be claimed. Your destiny was not crafted in dimly lit rooms, but in the unfathomable depths of who you are. It rises from your choices, your endurance, your strength to continue when the world expected you to yield. Every breath you take, every decision you wrestle with, every turn you make on your path contributes to the shaping of your future in ways no external plan can override. Those who believe they can mold you misunderstand the nature of human will. They see circumstances, they do not see conviction. They see obstacles, they do not see the fire burning beneath your ribs. Destiny is not assigned by those who underestimate you. It is revealed through the persistence of your spirit. Understand that people may try to define you out of their own fears or limited understanding. They may attempt to confine you to roles that fit their expectations. They may try to predict your growth in a way that feels safer to them than accepting the truth you are unpredictable because you are evolving. You are not static. You are not a projection of their assumptions. You are a force unfolding from the inside out. You are the one who decides who you become. Even when others attempt to speak limits over your future, those limits crumble the moment they meet your will. For what is a prediction in the face of determination? What is a plan from another person compared to the decisions you make each day to rise, to heal, to push forward, to choose yourself again and again? Destiny takes shape through motion, not murmurs. It is sculpted by the steps you take, not the opinions others hold. You cannot be written into a narrative that you do not accept. Your consent is the gatekeeper of your future. Some may gather in secrecy, imagining they have leverage over your direction, yet their influence is an illusion. Even the loudest voices fade in comparison to the quiet certainty that lives within you. When you know who you are, the world's attempts to define you lose their power. When you know what you are becoming, no one can convince you otherwise. And when you refuse to shrink into the outlines others sketch for you, their designs collapse like fragile structures built on sand. You hold the pen to your story. Every choice you make, no matter how small, shifts the trajectory of your path. You decide what you pursue, what you release, what you resist, and what you embrace. Your destiny responds to your courage, not to the agendas of those who do not walk in your shoes. The opinions of others may create noise, but they cannot rewrite your purpose. The only architect of your future is you, shaped by your resilience, your insight, your mistakes, your breakthroughs, and your unwavering refusal to give up on yourself. There is a profound strength in realizing that outside forces cannot dictate your fate unless you allow them to. The moment you understand this, the chains they believed would hold you fall away with ease. No secret conversation can bind a soul that knows its freedom. No plan can constrain someone who recognizes their own power. Your destiny is too vast to be contained by the fears of others, too significant to be manipulated by those who lack understanding of your inner world. When you stand firmly in this truth, you become untouchable in ways that confuse those who expected you to be influenced by their expectations. They cannot grasp how you continue to rise despite the narratives they attempted to attach to you. They cannot comprehend how you carve your path with confidence even when they tried to sketch another. They cannot understand how your strength swells from within, independent of their approval or disapproval. That is because they misunderstand a simple reality. Destiny is not something assigned, it is something claimed. Claiming your destiny means recognizing your authority over your own life. It means trusting the wisdom you've earned through experience. It means rejecting the labels others attempt to place on you. It means knowing that your journey is not a negotiation. It is a declaration. You rise not because someone chose you, but because you chose yourself. You advance not because permission was granted, but because you decided to move. You transform not because others shaped you, but because you embraced your own evolution. No meeting in secret can diminish the force of someone who refuses to surrender their sovereignty. No whispered plan can undo the work you've done within yourself. You are not subject to the decisions of others. You are not controlled by speculation or assumption. You stand as the author of your own narrative, the guardian of your path, the determiner of your future. Your destiny is yours alone. It responds to your courage, your effort, your sacrifices, your strength, your integrity, your vision, and the moment you claim it fully, every external attempt to define you becomes irrelevant. Their predictions dissolve, their strategies falter, their expectations crumble, because destiny bends to those who walk forward with certainty, not to those who watch from the shadows. No secret counsel defines your destiny. You do, through every decision, every step, every choice to rise. Light exposes every hidden plan against you. Even when shadows gather, even when intentions are concealed behind polite smiles or quiet conversations, the light that surrounds you refuses to let darkness reign unchallenged. There is no scheme so subtle, no motive so buried, no whisper so quiet that it can escape the illumination meant to protect you. Light is not passive. It is active, living, searching. It does not simply brighten, it reveals. And whatever rises against you, whether crafted through envy, ignorance, or fear, cannot remain hidden forever beneath its radiance. Those who plot in secrecy often believe they operate beyond consequence. They assume that if their words travel quietly enough, if their intentions are tucked behind closed doors, they can maneuver unnoticed. Yet what they fail to understand is that the universe does not honor deception. Truth is always drawn toward light like flame to breath, and every plan formed against you, no matter how carefully constructed, contains within it the seeds of its own exposure. Light presses upon it, testing its structure, revealing its flaws, and eventually bringing it into the open where it cannot survive. You are not meant to wander blindly through situations designed to harm or limit you. You are equipped with an unseen clarity, intuition, discernment, and a spiritual awareness that sparks the moment something is misaligned. Even before the truth surfaces, you feel the shift, you sense the disturbance. You know when someone's intentions do not match their words. You recognize the faint tremor in the atmosphere that precedes revelation. This is not paranoia, it is protection. Light speaks in impulses, warnings, and subtle insights long before the full picture appears. People may underestimate the sensitivity of your spirit. They may assume you are unaware of the dynamics unfolding around you. They may think that their quiet strategizing escapes your notice. But the truth is that you are never without guidance, and the light that surrounds you does not permit you to walk into traps unprepared. Hidden agendas, false alliances, concealed motives, these things begin to unravel the moment they set their focus on you. Light destabilizes them from within, causing cracks in their foundation until they can no longer hold their shape. Even when you encounter situations designed to deceive, clarity arrives in perfect timing. Sometimes you see the truth immediately. Other times the revelation comes piece by piece. But it always comes. Light has a way of unveiling what you need to know, exactly when you need to know it. Not too early, not too late, but at the moment that strengthens you rather than weakens you. It reveals not to overwhelm you, but to prepare you, not to frighten you, but to fortify you. Truth revealed at the right time becomes a weapon rather than a wound. Understand that exposure is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is subtle, a slip of the tongue, a sudden inconsistency, a glimpse of something they did not mean for you to see. Sometimes it comes through intuition so strong you can no longer deny it. Sometimes it arrives through circumstances shifting in your favor, removing people who meant you harm before they can act. Light works through every possible means, ensuring your protection, but also ensuring your growth. The power of light does not merely uncover what is against you, it also reveals who is truly with you. In moments of revelation, masks fall, not just from those who oppose you, but from those who stand beside you. You begin to see who supports you without condition, who resonates with your spirit, and who recognizes the path you walk. False alliances break. True alliances strengthen. The clarity that light brings rearranges the entire landscape around you, and when light exposes hidden plans, it also exposes hidden strength within you. You discover resilience you didn't know you had. You tap into courage buried beneath years of endurance. You realize that you can stand firm even when situations attempt to shake you from the inside out. Exposure is not just about unveiling the world around you. It is about awakening the world within you. There is nothing to fear in revelation. What is revealed cannot destroy you because it was never stronger than the light that uncovered it. Hidden plots often rely on your ignorance to succeed. Once the truth is visible, their power dissolves. Those who schemed must now face the consequence of being seen. Light removes their advantage. It forces accountability where manipulation once thrived. It renders secrecy useless. Once exposed, what was hidden becomes harmless. You are not fragile. You are watched over. You are defended. Light does not abandon you to navigate shadows alone. It walks ahead of you, beside you, and behind you, illuminating paths you did not know existed and warning you away from dangers you did not see. Even when you feel uncertain, clarity waits just beyond the horizon, preparing to reveal what has been concealed. There is a timing to everything, and illumination rises precisely when it serves your highest good. There will be moments when you look back and realize that the things you thought were falling apart were actually being revealed, rearranged, and removed for your protection. Hidden intentions came to light not to hurt you but to free you. Betrayals surfaced not to break you but to redirect you. Barriers showed themselves not to hinder you but to teach you discernment. Every exposure has purpose. Light does not operate out of cruelty but out of truth, and truth, once seen, empowers. It sharpens your insight. It strengthens your boundaries. It clarifies your relationships. It purifies your path. It strips away what was never meant for you. The presence of hidden plans is not a sign of your weakness but of your significance. No one plots against what is irrelevant, but light refuses to let significance be smothered by secrecy. You are meant to walk forward with certainty, knowing that anything formed against you, hidden or visible, cannot thrive in the presence of illumination. Shadows retreat from your steps. Deception unravels in your wake. Lies collapse under the weight of truth. Light follows you, reveals for you, and protects you. Nothing concealed can withstand it. Light exposes every hidden plan against you, not to frighten you, but to ensure you walk in power, clarity, and unshakable peace. You rise higher than the intentions of those who doubt you. There will always be individuals who look at you and see only the limits of their own imagination. They speak with certainty about what you can and cannot do, not because they understand your capacity, but because they cannot fathom your potential. Doubt is their language, not your destiny. Their inability to perceive your greatness does not diminish it. Their skepticism does not weaken the force of who you are becoming. You were not created to rise only to the height of their expectations. You were made to surpass them, to transcend them, to rise beyond the gravitational pull of their limited vision. People often judge based on what they can see, but they rarely comprehend what they cannot. They see the chapter you are in, but they do not know the chapters you have survived. They see your present, but not the storms you endured silently, the battles you fought within, the resilience you built in moments when no one was watching. They see your position but not your depth. They see your start but not your strength. And so they doubt, not because you are incapable, but because your inner world is invisible to them. Yet doubt from others becomes irrelevant when your will is anchored in purpose. Their opinions cannot restrain your ascent, because you do not rise by their permission. You rise by the force of your spirit. You rise because something within you refuses to settle. You rise because you were built for more than stagnation. Every time you grow, every time you break through, every time you choose courage over comfort, you defy the predictions made about you. You rise not in spite of their doubt but beyond the reach of it. The intentions of those who underestimate you often reveal more about them than about you. Some doubt you because they fear the greatness they sense in you. Some doubt you because your growth exposes their lack of movement. Some doubt you because acknowledging your potential would require them to confront their own limitations. Their doubt is not a reflection of your capability. It is a mirror reflecting their internal struggles. You are not responsible for carrying their projections. You are responsible only for rising. And rise you do because there is something unbreakable within you. You have endured moments that should have dismantled you. You have faced circumstances that tried to convince you that you were unworthy of progress. You have walked through uncertainty, through disappointment, through betrayal, through hardship, yet none of it stopped you. Every setback became a lesson. Every wound became wisdom. Every challenge became strength. Your ability to rise is not an accident. It is a testament to the resilience you have forged through experience. The people who doubt you often expect you to stay where they left you. Unchanged, unmoved, predictable. They cling to outdated versions of you because it makes them comfortable. But growth is not passive. You outgrow the spaces built from their assumptions. You expand beyond the boundaries they try to impose. You evolve in ways they cannot anticipate. While they cling to the past, you move relentlessly toward the future. And it is in that movement, steady, powerful, unstoppable, that you rise beyond their intentions. There will be moments when their doubt tries to echo in your mind, but even then, Something deep within you knows that you are not defined by external expectations. You know the truth of your own journey. You know the weight of your own dreams. You know the fire that burns within you, the one they cannot see or extinguish. That fire is your compass. That fire is your power. That fire is the reason you keep rising, even when no one understands how. When you rise, you shift environments. You change dynamics. You create ripple effects. Your ascent disrupts the comfort of stagnation, challenges the complacent, and inspires those who have forgotten their own strength. Those who once doubted you may find themselves speechless, unable to reconcile who they thought you were with who you have become. But your rise is not for their approval, it is for your purpose. Rising above their intentions does not mean proving yourself to them. It means proving to yourself that you are greater than every limitation placed upon you. It means recognizing that the path before you responds to your courage, not their commentary. It means trusting that every step you take upward is aligned with something larger than their doubts. It means embracing the truth that you are destined to climb higher than anyone expected, including yourself. Your rise is not a single moment, but a continuous unfolding. It is a journey shaped by your willingness to persist when others would have stopped. It is built in the choices you make, choices fueled by faith, clarity, and the refusal to settle for less than your potential. You rise through every decision to keep going, every declaration that your future is greater than your past, every quiet commitment you make to yourself when no one is watching. And with each rise, something extraordinary happens. The intentions of those who doubted you lose their grip. They fall away like shadows at dawn. Their words no longer sting. Their skepticism no longer influences your steps. You realize that their doubt was never a cage, it was merely noise. And you were never meant to be held by noise. You were meant to move with purpose, guided by inner truth rather than outer opinion. You rise higher than the intentions of those who doubt you, because your destiny is not built on their vision. It is built on your courage. You rise because you carry a strength they cannot measure, a resilience they cannot comprehend, a fire they cannot extinguish. You rise because you are called to heights that cannot be reached by those who remain grounded in doubt. You rise because your spirit was designed not to bow, but to ascend, and ascend you will, higher than their expectations, higher than their assumptions, higher than their limitations, higher than the weight of their doubt. You rise because it is your nature. You rise because you are meant to. You rise because nothing formed against you, no intention, no limitation, no doubt, can keep you from the heights that belong to you. Purpose shields, guides, and strengthens your every step. There is a force within you that goes far beyond motivation, beyond ambition, beyond momentary desire. Purpose is the deep-rooted current that flows through your spirit, anchoring you even when the world feels unsteady. It is the quiet voice that remains when every other voice fades. It is the inner compass that continues to point you toward your truth even when confusion surrounds you. Purpose is not simply something you have. It is something that holds you, something that protects you, something that walks with you through every season of your life. When you step into your purpose, you carry a form of protection that is not always visible, but always present. It shields you from paths that are not meant for you, closing doors that would have led to harm, redirecting you away from what would have drained your spirit. At times you may feel frustration when plans fall apart or opportunities slip from your grasp, but purpose is often the unseen hand preventing you from settling for less than you were designed to attain. It guards your journey, ensuring that everything aligned with your destiny remains within reach, while everything misaligned gently or forcefully is removed. Purpose guides you even when you feel lost. There are moments when clarity seems distant, when you cannot see the road ahead, when uncertainty grips your mind and doubt tries to take root. Yet something inside you keeps urging you forward, that subtle pull, that sense of this is not the end, that quiet push toward something greater. That is your purpose whispering direction into your soul. Even when you cannot articulate the destination, you feel the movement. Even when you question your path, purpose continues to lead you step by step, illuminating just enough for you to keep going. There is an intelligence woven into purpose, a wisdom that surpasses logic. It does not always take you along the easiest or most predictable routes. Sometimes it leads you through challenges designed to strengthen you. Sometimes it places you in situations that refine your character, awaken your gifts, or teach you the lessons required for the higher levels of your journey. Purpose is not merely about arrival, it is about transformation. Every obstacle you overcome, every difficulty you endure, every setback you rise from becomes a part of the shaping process. Purpose uses every experience to mold you into the version of yourself capable of carrying your destiny. And with each step shaped by purpose, your strength grows. Not just physical strength or emotional resilience, but the kind of inner fortitude that anchors you through storms. You develop a knowing, a confidence that cannot be shaken by temporary circumstances. This strength does not come from victories alone. It comes from the moments you thought you would break but didn't. It comes from the nights you struggled in silence but still chose to rise again. It comes from every time you were struck down by disappointment but refused to surrender your path. Purpose turns your darkest moments into your greatest sources of courage. There will always be forces that attempt to distract you from your purpose. Doubt, fear, external pressure, the opinions of others, the illusions of ease. But purpose acts as a filter, silencing the noise that is not meant for you. When you are aligned with your purpose, not every invitation will tempt you, not every criticism will discourage you, not every setback will derail you. You begin to understand what is worth your energy and what is not. You begin to see clearly which voices matter and which voices deserve to fade into the background. Purpose gives you discernment, helping you recognize what advances your destiny and what attempts to divert you from it. Purpose strengthens your resilience by reminding you that setbacks are not signs of failure, but signs of formation. When the journey becomes difficult, purpose sustains you. When you face rejection, purpose whispers that it is protection in disguise. When you encounter delays, purpose assures you that timing is aligning in your favor. When people misunderstand you, purpose reminds you that not everyone can comprehend a calling that was not given to them. Your path becomes less about seeking validation and more about honoring the truth within you. Even in moments when you forget your strength, your purpose does not forget you. It continues working beneath the surface, aligning circumstances, connecting threads, preparing opportunities, and refining your character. You may feel like nothing is happening, but purpose is always at work. It is the quiet architect constructing the future you are meant to experience. And when the time is right, everything that once seemed unclear suddenly makes sense. You realize that every struggle had a role, every delay had intention, every lesson had meaning. Purpose is not fragile. It cannot be stolen, altered, or destroyed by others. No matter who doubts you, no matter who attempts to limit you, no matter who tries to hold you back, your purpose remains intact. It is woven into your existence, imprinted in your spirit. Others may misunderstand it, resist it, or even fear it, but they cannot erase it. Your purpose belongs to you alone, and it manifests as long as you keep moving forward. As you continue walking your path, you begin to notice how purpose aligns you with the right people at the right time. It reveals allies you never expected, opportunities you didn't foresee, and blessings that arrive precisely when needed. You start to feel guided rather than lost, supported rather than abandoned, protected rather than exposed. Purpose creates alignment, and alignment creates momentum. Suddenly, what once felt impossible begins to unfold with ease. And through it all, purpose strengthens you. Not through grand gestures, but through steady endurance. It gives you a reason to rise each day, a reason to continue when challenges arise, a reason to believe in something bigger than the moment you're standing in. Purpose becomes the foundation beneath your feet, the fire in your spirit, the armor around your heart. It is the reason you have made it this far, and it is the reason you will continue rising higher. Purpose shields you by removing what is not meant for you. It guides you by pulling you toward what is. It strengthens you by shaping you for the journey ahead. And as long as you keep moving forward, purpose will continue to unfold, step by step, moment by moment, until you become everything you were always meant to be.